Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please comment, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to be discussing about how to draw the location of a building with the use of coordinates, the latitude and the longitude reading. So in my previous video I explained how to convert the northern reading and the east reading of your survey plan to latitude and longitude. So now I'm going to explain how to draw your location with the use of the latitude and longitude reading, which we've already converted. So we are going to make use of it in our drawing. I'm going to make use of my cell phone. The longitude and latitude of a point is used to determine where the site is also called longitude and latitude is also called coordinates. So I'm going to make use of my cell phone. Then I'll have to go to Google Map. So I'm going to click on map. So it's opening. So this is the page, the map page. So I'll have to input the latitude and longitude value into the search bar of the Google Map. The latitude and longitude value from my own conversion is 6.232908, 5.681277. So you have to convert the north reading and east reading from your survey. Then the value that you got, latitude and longitude, that's what you will use. So that's the search button that I'm pointing at. So I'll have to input the value, the longitude and latitude value into the search button. So I've already clicked on the search bar. So the value, I'm going to place it inside, type it inside the search bar. So definitely the full stop must always be indicated where it is. Then the comma must always be indicated where it is. So there is no space between the latitude and the longitude value. So that's what I'm trying to do now. 6.23. I'm repeating the value into the search bar. So that command is very important. So I'm still explaining it again. Then there will be no space between the latitude and longitude value while you are typing into the search bar. So I'm just going back and forth to make sure that I'm typing the correct value into the search bar. So what I'm trying to explain here is that there should be no space between the two reading, and the comma must be present there, then the full stop must be present there. So I'm still placing the value. Next step is to click on the search icon. So that's the search icon over there. Then I'll click on it. So this is the place the coordinates has taken us to. So the latitude and longitude is showing this is the position where that reading is. So you can see a red shape icon over there. So I've already touched it. That's the position of this latitude and longitude reading on ground. So that's where it is. It has already showed us where the site is. So with this very position, you will now be able to determine where the site is. From here you can be able to draw your location plan. You can see a lot of features that is present on the site. So there is a vacant plot there. You cannot see any building there. So there are a lot of buildings there. The road is showing there also. Since you've already gotten the position of our site, now you know that that is where your site is. So from there you can be able to draw your location. You have to draw through a very wide area, you understand? So you don't have to draw just a very small distance and you say that you have drawn your location plan. No, you have to draw a large area showing the details that is present on the site, on the location, so that it will be approved. You can see that with only that one icon, so that one position, you cannot be able to know exactly where our site is. So looking at it now, where that position is, there is a filling station there. So there is also another vacant plot. So in this very case, you have to ask your client if the position where the site is, so if it's at the right hand side, the left hand side, so you can just record your location like this and send it to you screenshot it and send it to your client, so that your client can be able to identify exactly where his or her site is. Then from there you can be able to draw your location, knowing fully where that very position is where the site is. So you have to call where the site is as the site or the plot, so whichever one you feel like using. Then from there you can be able to continue with your location drawing. When you see that in a plot there is no building inside, so you know that that place is a vacant plot, so you call it VP, or you spell it fully as vacant plot. So now let me assume that the vacant plot is what my client was able to identify as his or her plot. So I'm using that very place as my plot. So now the vacant plot becomes the site or the plot. So at that very position where the filling station is, you indicate it as filling station. Then write down the name of the filling station. Then opposite it, I'm saying Double Plaza there. So opposite the filling station by this very road. So I also indicate the building, symbolize it, then indicate double star there. So these ones are existing buildings, and the number of existing buildings, I will indicate it. Then you can see an existing building there, that very one that does not have, those that do not have roof over it, so we'll call it UC, under construction. So you can also call it existing building, so it all depends. Definitely they will still complete the building with time. So either you call it UC, under construction, you can call it existing building, which is EB as an abbreviation. So at the back there are some features there. That one is again aluminium. So at the back of my plot I will indicate again aluminium and symbolize it. So there are other roads around. Then there's a major road, this very major road is Benin Abraka Expressway. So you also draw the road and indicate the name of the road, show the direction they are driving to, the to and fro direction, so where is heading to. Wherever there is a closed road, you also draw the road, then you have to close the road as well. So wherever there is a continuous road, you also continue. So if it gets to a place where you cannot be able to continue, you symbolize it as a continuous road. That's what is called you breaking the road with using the breakage symbol. So there are also many roads around here. This one is another road as well. There are a lot of vacant plots around, so you have to cover a very wide area so that they can be able to trace the site with the use of your location plan. The road that is opposite where the site is, so opposite the major road, the opposite side of it, there are a lot of roads there. There are existing buildings and there are vacant plots also present there. So the name of your road, you have to make sure that the name of the road that is present on the map is same as the name of the road that is on site. So you can just screenshot and send to your client to be able to identify if the name is correct. Sometimes, most times, the spellings of the names on map might be different on ground. They don't spell it correctly, so you have to confirm that so that you can be able to draw your location plan properly without having errors. If any of the road on map do not have a name, you indicate it as existing road. But if you can be able to get the name from your client, it's okay, you can indicate it. But if it does not have any name on ground and also on map, so you call it existing road. But if you can be able to not be able to get the name of the location on ground, what you have to do is to just call it existing road. I'll have to click on that very symbol over there. So I've already clicked on it, and you can see a lot of options there. So you can see one option there, there's another option there, there's another option, those 3 options. So when you click each of the option, you see the effect that it will give to you. So I'll have to click one of the option and show you what will happen over there. So you can see, all we can see now are all lines. You can't see any building, you can't see any roof. The only thing you can see is the lines of the road and the symbols for each buildings. So let's click on the next option. Yeah, let's click on that option C. So what we can still see here also is lines and building symbols. So we can't actually see the buildings in it. So we'll still go back to satellite, which is at the middle. That option in the middle is where we were before. So now you can see the buildings, you can see everything clearly. So it's always better to go with that very option so that you can be able to identify easily. My next video will be on how to draw your location using your laptop with the use of this Google map. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye.